Hey there guys, welcome back to Cop Talks and another video. So in today's video, I want to talk about the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, and more specifically, if you're a military veteran, how and why you should submit your active duty credit for TCOLE credit, right? So you have a ton of different, certifications basically. You have basic, intermediate, advanced, and master. If you are looking to get your advanced proficiency certificate, you got to take all the basic requirements and everything else. And then if you have military service credit, if you have like 4 years of active duty credit and 5 years in law enforcement, that's basically the equivalent to them of having a bachelor's or better. So why would you want to do that, right? Well, if you go on here, this is the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement's form, the F8 for submitting military service training credit. You basically fill it out with all your information that they may want or need, and you can use multiple forms if you've been in multiple branches. I know a guy that's, he's been in the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy, so he would need another form since this one only has 2 slots. Here you would put your dates of service. And this also counts for reserves. If you didn't necessarily have active duty time in a lot of those time periods, you still served from, let's say, 2009 to 2017. Then you put down your active duty years, active duty months, and active duty days. Now, this is going to be found, like it says down here, on section 12A and B of a DD-214 and 12C on a DD-214. And you can, the day total will be rounded down once totaled. And what they mean by that is for days, for 1 day of active duty, 1 day, you get 2.6 training hours, right? I mean, hell, even if you only serve for a month, you get 60 hours. That's insane. And for 1 month, you get 80 training hours. For a year, you get a total of 960 credit hours. Why is that important, right? Why is any of that important? Well, it sure doesn't hurt, unlike that train in the background. So here, basically, if, this is just the intermediate peace officer proficiency certification, right? So if you have 8 years in law enforcement, you only need 400 hours of basically continuing education credits, but you have to take these mandatory classes, right? So child abuse prevention investigation, crime scene investigation, use of force, kind of the regular stuff you just have to take anyway most of the time. And once you have those out of the way and you reach the required amount of hours, let's see, mine is at 6. I've been an officer for 6 years, so really I only need 800 hours and I have like 2,000. But I'm missing 2 classes and that's it. So let's use mine for an example. If I was trying to go for my advanced, the only thing I would have to take that's on this list is advanced human trafficking. Then after I submit my active duty time, I will have more than enough to meet the 2,400 hour credit or the associates or bachelors, right? So basically, once you submit that, you can skip a whole bunch of stuff and get your advanced, intermediate, advanced, or even master peace officer license. And why does that matter, right? You're still going to be doing the same job. Well, some departments have a preference on who they hire. If you have a higher license than the other person, chances are they're going to go with you. Some places actually offer incentive pay, so you could get an extra $50 a month because you have an intermediate license, or an extra $75 a month because you have an advanced license, $100 because you have a master's. I've seen that in a couple places. And, that's no joke either. Like, that's extra bucks for basically just having a certificate, and you're still doing the same job, or maybe you get a promotion, who knows. And all you had to do is submit your military training credit. So you get buku hours just for something you've already done. It's not something you have to go do. It's just something you've already done, and now you're getting credit for it. It's not to love. So basically what you gotta do is you print this form out, go ahead and fill it out to the best of your ability and everything. It's pretty self-explanatory and even allows you to fill it out on here. You can type and then print, so if your handwriting sucks like mine, you can go ahead and just, type it out on here, print it out, sign it, date it, and then submit this with a copy of your DD-214 to TCOLE over there in Austin, along with, of course, their bribe fee of $35. So if your agency's not willing to pay for it, like an agency check, you can go ahead and get a cashier's check or a money order at the post office, a bank, you know, whatever. Oops. And then, you know, go ahead and submit it. And usually it's a couple weeks turnaround time, but you'll see a bump in your TCOLE's profile. You know, you'll get credit for your hours. My partner, he was active duty for like 8 years, and I think he got like, I don't know, 7,000 credit hours. It was ridiculous. But yeah, anyway guys, just wanted to kind of talk about that. I know there was some questions on that. I know they're constantly changing stuff over there, and I'll try and keep this updated as much as possible. But this is real simple, it's real easy, it costs you 35 bucks, and it can get you a ton of credit hours. And like I said, never hurts. It's something you've already done, might as well take advantage of it. So anyway guys, if you have any other questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. If you would, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot here and really lets me continue some of the stuff I'm doing. We've had a good run of it lately, and I want to keep that rolling. Anyway guys, I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. I really have a lot of fun doing this stuff. And yeah, stay safe out there, have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one.